Okay everyone, how are you all doing? Time for a new video. I have a new kit coming out. This is the Chi. It's the hybrid adapter kit for the GU mod. Here you can see I have it in brass. I'm running a RSST on top of it, and you can see we have our top cap. So basically, the kits all work basically the same. There's an adapter, there's a spacer, there's some set screws, there's your insulating washer. This is a battery spacer. This will allow for adjustment on the throw of your switch, and of course the small O-rings for adjusting center pins on your atomizers. So let's get it put together. So basically we'll take it apart. We'll take the top cap off. We'll loosen that. We'll get rid of the top cap. Set that aside. We'll grab our adapter. You can see it's flanged. The reason for the flanges in all the new adapters is sometimes on some mods this threading may not go down deep enough. So I added that flange to... I went out of focus. Now let's see if it comes back. And it's not going to. Now, bear with me. My camera kind of sucks. So anyway, we'll take the adapter. We'll thread it on. Bring it all the way flush. It's important not to over tighten. Anything and everything with these adapter kits, you just want snug. That's it, just snug. Don't over tighten it. Take an Allen key, a 1/16 inch Allen key. There's your set screw, and we'll just tighten it in snug. Just snug it down. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because of my camera, but you see the center pin of that RSST? It's exposed by about 1 millimeter. And they did that simply by, on the RSST, it just simply screws down. It's very important that center pins on atomizers have enough exposure. If they don't, you could end up with a short. So always adjust that, whether it's just screwing it down or using some of these small O-rings to, if you remove the pin, add the, my Addy's leaking all over. Add the O-ring, reinsert the pin, and get your adjustment that way. Or with things such as the K-Fun Light, not the Plus. I think the Plus has the adjustable center pin. And add your insulating washer like that. If you have an atomizer with a 510 connection that doesn't allow for that insulating washer to go on, you'll be fine so long as you have your center pin adjusted 1 millimeter out. 1.5 is even better. You can too always throw it on top of the battery as well. So now that we have that in place, let's attach it to the mod, to the GU. Now there we go, it's on there. We've got battery rattle. Of course we got battery rattle. So we'll take off the switch, set that down. This is the new spacer. This is an adjustable spacer. Previous kits had multiple set screws. This one you have 2. And the reason you have 2 is we have flat top batteries, and we have these Orbitronics button tops. And the button tops just a little bit taller. Excuse me. So the taller battery, you would use the shorter set screw. I find these to be the most common, so that's where I'm basing this around. So batteries there. So using that battery, we'll take the longer of the set screws, and we will screw it in just like that. There you go. And that's about how much of that you want exposed to start. and then take the battery spacer, place it on top of the switch, and with the Qi, always make sure your lock ring's locked. If you don't, by the time you're done tightening up the switch, that thing will be lock solid. Take your battery spacer with the set screw facing up towards the battery, and kind of hold it in place like that. Take the mod, insert your switch and your spacer like so. Hold the mod sideways or even slightly pitched downward and tighten up your switch. And there we go. It just caught there. I have a little bit of a gap. Back it off, turn it in, back it off, turn it in, back it off, turn it in, back it off, turn it in. There we go. We're good. Okay. Unlock the switch, and it's firing. Now this configuration is a very short throw. Very short. Almost like a touch sensor. But here we go. Yeah, there we go. Blow vapor, get my camera to focus. Okay, now the other setup we have is to lengthen the throw of that switch. I'm not crazy about a real short throw like that. So what we do is we take our spacer and we'll run this set screw so it's coming out the other side. Like so. So now this becomes our switch side. However, we can't just put it on the switch like that. So we add a spacer for the spacer. I thought about and this if this is the setup you end up using, if you're so inclined, you could glue that spacer to the spacer and make this a permanent setup. So we hold it like so, place it on that, hold it, grab the GU, insert it all in, and again, holding the mod sideways, we insert it. Now you see I have a fairly large gap there. So I'm going to take it out, bring that pin in a little bit, and try again. Yeah, I'm pretty close. So if I back it off and then snug it a little bit, back it off, snug it, that'll work that set screw into the position you want it. And there we go. Okay. Unlock the mod, and we're firing. And let's see if I can get the. We have a much longer throw. Blueberry. So that's it. Now I also have the hybrid adapter on this one, and I'm running a squape. Now it works, and you can see it lines up quite nice. I think the squape's like a 22.7 millimeters. She used 23. So, but it's you can't even really notice it. So it does work, but it is a very tight draw. Other Addies that would work well, I believe the Typhoon GT. I think the GG products, the Ithaca, Odie, and them are 23. The Ithaca, I have to get one. It has the adjustable airflow, and I think it will line up and look good and work nicely. But yeah, it does work. It is a tight draw. Not getting a lot of air. I heard the version 2 is going to have the Addy's going to have its own air. It's not going to come through the 510. It's going to come from the outer ring. So that's it. Again, thank you everybody, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh, I almost forgot, that battery spacer, that adjustable spacer, is going to be made available separately for those who may want to have one for their FM201, which is a 20x1 hybrid kit with any mod with a 20x1 threading. And as you know, depending on the mod, it's going to depend on the spacing. So I think that battery spacer design will make it a little easier instead of having to go through multiple set screws and O-rings to get it set up. And I may introduce that as the new spacer in the FM201 kit as well. Oh, pricing, I should mention that. Pricing on the High Cheat kit is $30. I will ship, of course, US. I also ship international. Shipping for US is $4 priority, and international is $9. So, thank you very much. Enjoy.